It's the Daily Comedy News with your host, Mark Pires. Join us for breaking headlines and all kinds of comedy shenanigans. Brought to you by The Beat Seat.
Welcome. Good morning. Happy Friday, I guess some may say. This is the longest running daily variety show on the planet. 1,908 days in a row, the MarkinsPires show. We do the comedy news, we play music live in the moment, 432 hertz, on the only drum in the world for guitar players. The sponsor of the show, it's called The Beat Seat. If you're anybody with a special need, you're probably not, but if you know anybody with a special need, the Beat Seat is a powerful sensory therapy drum. You can play with your entire body. It's the only full body drum on planet Earth. I have a patent for this drum, so I know it's the only drum out there like this. Everywhere you hit it sounds different. It sounds like a drum kit, like a 7-piece drum kit, 10-piece drum kit. It's unlimited tones, but it's got 4 playable panels, 2 snares, and you could play your guitar and kick it too. That's what I use it for. That's why I invented it. It just has also the extra benefit of being a sensory therapy drum. So please let people who are dealing with a child with special needs, with autism or with Down syndrome, let them know about the Beat Seat, beatseat.rocks. And remember, if you're a solo musician like me, whether you play guitar like me or you play trumpet, you play steel drums or whatever, you need a Beat Seat. You sit on it comfortably and you can kick it while you play your main instrument, and it sounds like a drum kit with your feet. So, beatseat.rocks. You can check me out playing it on MarkinsPires on YouTube, X, and Rumble. We're here for the comedy news, guys. We do no politics here. This is just stick to what's happening today, every day, and we find comedy, story after story. It's been insane. I did something on James Bond that's premiering at 11 a.m. on YouTube. You should be there for that. I just put something out. Actually, I think I already put it on TikTok this morning, so you guys can see the first 9 minutes of it. We have a story about 2 people that got kicked off a plane because they were overweight. Hilarity there. And then, of course, the third story, which is, what is the third story? Oh, the Kobe Bryant story. I did that yesterday. That came out at like 7 o'clock last night. But I'm realizing what I'm going to do now. This is my new thing. Every day we have at least 1 to 3 awesome comedy news stories. Sometimes there's like in between, because this is how the show works. I scroll, you're scrolling with me if you head over to X, Rumble, or YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. Just type in MarkinsPires, you'll find me. And over my shoulder, you'll see the news story that we're actually reading. You can see the words on the screen with me, read along with me, and then you see where I deviate and create some comedy. And then the better thing is when I go back and edit all these pieces, that little box that had the news story is where every time I reference something in a comedy, you see that pop up on the screen. For example, there's a great Sam Smith reference in the James Bond film, the piece of comedy I put out for that at 11 o'clock. You don't want to be there for that. And that may be like the moment of the entire clip is when I reference Sam Smith. So make sure you're there for that. I see Kill It and Grill It with me, my friend. How are you? I'm not sure if anybody else is with us yet, but welcome. Welcome to the MarkinsPires show. We have Matt Zabrowski here. He's a woo-hoo guy. People are like, what's a woo-hoo guy? I'll tell you about it. Woo-hoo guy, he takes you from here and he brings you here. We're all waiting patiently. I'm sorry? Oh, he wants me to throw it to him. Here you go, Zabrowski. Great! You know, when you're here on a Friday and Matt Zabrowski comes down and he hits you with a woohoo like that, you know, you're here for the day, you're here for the night, you're here for the year. Because we're live every day since December 31st, 2018, guys. Every day. Yeah. I've been here. Now we're doing 2 shows a day, 9 a.m. and after 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So please help me blow this freaking show out of the water because we've been demonetized for being a harmful show. Yeah, you've been watching for a few minutes. You're like, so harmful, this guy with his positivity this early in the day. It's just electricity. This is what this show is, my friends. So don't go anywhere. Here we go. We're getting into the news. Of course, March Madness, that's the big deal right now, right? Well, let's look into it. I made it the title of today's, show because, well, I guess I should care. I really just don't care about sports anymore. I used to, but now I'm just like, I really don't care. Let's get into it though. Today we have, let me bring this on the screen. I do like to keep you guys in the loop of what's happening in the world. So, of course, no politics. Whatever's happening without politics. Here we go. March Madness. So you can see on the map here, this is the tournament breakdown, at least for round one. Northwestern versus Florida Atlantic. That's at 12:15. First game of March Madness is at 12:15, just 2 hours and 20 minutes away. And then we have, of course, at 12:40, Colgate versus Baylor. Number 3 versus number 14. 314, guys. John 314. Check it out. Then, of course, we move forward to the UAB. What's UAB? Anybody know? The UAB Blazers. Who the hell's UAB? University of Auburn, Birmingham? Like, I don't know, Alabama, Birmingham? What are we talking about? UAB. Apparently UAB is playing SMU, Southern Meth. That's where you get the good meth. It's down at SMU. They're doing it at SMU, Southern Meth. It's a little better, you know. Bryan Cranston's coming down to cut it. He's the best at it. Wichita State versus UAB. Wait a second, what? Oh, this happened. Wait a second, there were games? Oh, that's the NIT. Can we get to the NAACP award? Now this is UAB Blazers looking back in time, guys, all right? Anyway, let's move forward. Western Kentucky versus Marquette at 2 p.m. today. And don't forget about Stetson playing my alma mater. Just kidding, my state school. This is UConn playing number 1. They're a number 1 seed. Pretty good for your NCAA, standards to be number 1. That is UConn. Let's see if UConn could take out Stetson. They're all coming in with their hats on. They got those really cool hats. They put them down on the bench before they go in the game, though. They don't wear them in the game. So Stetson Hat Company is playing UConn. That should go really well. They're really good at manufacturing hats, but not so much at playing basketball. New Mexico, of course, they're taking on Clemson. And you guys know how that's going to go, right? I don't know either. I'm not from the future. I mean, I was in a previous movie of mine called Back to the Future, Mark. I'm from the year 2769. I go back in time and I create all the history that you know and that we became, we were like, oh yeah, Abraham Lincoln. No, when I did it, it was Abramark Lincoln. I was there doing the Emancipation Proclamation of 1863. Slavery no more, that type of thing. But these are kind of the things you do. These are the things you do. I don't know if anybody's on with us. I don't see anybody. That's great. Hello. I'm just going to say hello there because it looks like either my screen's not working or there is nobody on. Either way, I'm not surprised after how I've been treated by YouTube for 1,907 days, 8 days in a row. Literally all alone, except for you two on TikTok. Let's just talk about that briefly. Literally here, 1,908 days in a row, long form, positivity, live songwriting, just trying to connect with people to lift them up a level. And when I go live, when I post anything, nobody's on. Isn't that interesting? Like you got one guy who shows up for 5 years in a row every day. And when he does that, no one either gets notifications or they just don't give a crap. Either way, that's real. I'm here again, Friday morning, 10 a.m., and I don't think there's anybody on. Look, you could see, I have it on the screen with me. There's one person on that just came on the MarkinsPires channel with almost 15,000 subscribers. One person has found it right now. That's awesome. And YouTube demonetized me last month for no reason, out of the blue, telling me that I'm a harmful channel. The thing that we've all known, they felt for 5 years. Now they finally said the thing out loud. that I'm harmful for no reason, but for what I told you. The names of the show is MarkinsPires. The motto is to effect a positive change one person at a time. I write songs in the moment at 432 hertz, which I believe is a healing frequency. I create songs based on words you put on the screen. There are 209 songs in the world on iTunes, and I invented a drum that could bring peace to many children with special needs. And they won't let anybody find my show. It's not like I'm not trying. 1,908 days in a row of showing up. But the only drum in the world for guitar players, the most powerful sensory therapy drum on earth for anybody with a special need, continues to sit here with 0, 1, or mostly 0 people seeing it, which is baffling to me. But you know what? I can't say or do anything else about it anymore. I'm in the twilight zone. Like, I've seen shitty shows before, guys. Like, if my show's that bad, there should be people trolling it just to watch how bad it is. But it's not a bad show. This is the most polished show online. 1,908 days in a row of showing up and putting in the work. It's just fluid at this point. I don't know what I'm going to write, but when I pick up that guitar, we're going to freaking shred. So anyway, Cosmic Explosion will be visible to the naked eye in a once-in-a-lifetime stargazing event. How about that? A rare cosmic eruption is expected to occur in the Milky Way in the coming months, an outburst so bright that a new star will seemingly appear for a short time in the sky. Sounds interesting to me. The event, known as a nova, will be a once-in-a-lifetime sky-watching opportunity for those in the northern hemisphere, because the type of star systems in which such explosions occur are not common in our galaxy. The stellar eruption will take place in a system called the T Corona Borealis. It's 3,000 light years away from Earth. It contains 2 stars, a dead star also known as a white dwarf, closely orbited by a red giant. Red giants are dying stars that are running out of hydrogen and their cores. The sun in our solar system will eventually become a red giant, according to NASA. Which you could really believe, by the way, because they tell you nothing but truth. Are we ever going? Are we going to the? I don't. It's cheese or plasma. We don't know, but it's definitely not been. We haven't been there yet. Right? I mean, come on. It just seems crazy to me. Or that we can't just go there like readily with the technology we have today. We're still trying to figure it out. You guys were doing a bang-up job in '69. As a matter accumulates on the surface of the white dwarf, it heats up and you get higher and higher pressure until bang. It's a runaway reaction, said Bradley Schaefer, a professor emeritus of physics and astronomy at Louisiana State University. He likened the nova explosion to a hydrogen bomb detonating in space, adding that the resulting fireball is essentially what people will be able to see from Earth. A nova is different from a supernova explosion, which occurs when a massive star collapses and dies. At its peak, the eruption should be visible to the naked eye. It's going to be bright in the sky, so it'll be visible from the backyard. Astronomers predict that a nova explosion could happen any time between now and September. Last time the particular star system erupted was in 1946. Schaefer said another eruption will likely not occur for another 80 years or so. Astronomers around the world are monitoring activity in the T Coronae Borealis system. Once an eruption is detected, Schaefer said the best and brightest views will come within 24 hours. Hold on a minute. Let's just quickly discuss that because that makes a lot of sense to me. So once the eruption is detected from, let's call it 15 light years away. How many light years away? 3,000 light years away, guys. Remember how long it takes for that light to get to us, right? Remember they told us that horse crap when we were kids? Well, the star you're seeing in the sky, it took 50 bazillion trillion years for that light to reach you. Wait a second. So if it takes 50 quadrillion zillion light years for a light from the star to reach me, it traveled all that distance. So now look, I see that star in the sky. But you're telling me there's going to be an explosion, a nova taking place 300 million trillion light years away, right? And within 24 hours, we should see the brightest views of this explosion. Anybody else seeing a problem with this? Shouldn't it take 300 million trillion years for that explosion to see our little puny human eyes? These freaking ridiculous lies they tell us. And I had a conversation, it was like my dad a couple weeks ago. He's at the hospital, we're trying to get him home. And we're talking about this, and I just said, he's like, yeah, but you know that the stars take, 50 million trillion zillion years for the light to get from there to here. And I'm like, no, I know they tell us that, but that's just stupid. That's a stupid idea for us to think, okay, well, I woke up one morning and that light's been traveling for 50 million quadrillion years and now I see it. No, it's just always been there, and it's like instantaneous. And when there's an explosion, within 24 hours, you're going to see the brightest of that explosion. Math doesn't make sense. The math ain't adding up. You guys know what I'm talking about. Who's over here with me? Judy, right? The math does not jive. Let's just be honest, Everything that we see out there, it's just energy. That is energy we're looking at. Those stars, they're all energy fields. I got this new theory that's us. That's us out there. And every time there's a soul that dies on this planet, they appear out there in the sky. There's a new star, a new piece of energy to be visible from Earth, to shine light down on Earth. Because I don't think energy can die, and I know that's what we are. So, and if you zoom in on some of the telescope work that people are doing on these stars, you'll see it's energy. And it looks like it's underwater the way it's rippling, but it's energy. It's not a solid mass. So, I don't know. I just thought that was kind of a cool concept. I mean, what happens to all the souls that have been here? There's been probably millions or billions, not millions, there's been trillions probably of people that have lived here over this course of time. You have to think there's probably been multiple civilizations that got to where we are, destroyed themselves, a flood, something like that happened. Very few people were left, rebuilt, and then we get back to where we are today. Flood comes, rebuild. They're talking about a flood coming right now. You guys know about this? They're talking about crazy stuff happening because of this eclipse, and elephants are going up on higher ground because animals know better than us. Animals are doing these weird, circle, they're walking in circles. A lot of weird stuff going on, guys. I don't know what is happening, but I'll tell you, it's definitely frightening that we may be in end times. That's why I do try my best to be as positive as possible for you guys, because we get so much negativity in this world that when it becomes critical mass, it's over for us. This world becomes nil. It will be destroyed. It's up to us, because it's going to happen sooner than you expect. And it's because the people that are in control are so evil. Only the evil would allow a world to be presented the way it's presented. There's no way for you to explain what's going on today with the insanity and with all the radical ideology in this country and people, the hatred and positivity being called harmful. This is a massive issue with our world right now, is that everything is upside down. What used to be wholesome and family entertainment is considered harmful. And things like WAP are considered cool. And guys, go and put that on replay. But baby, it's cold outside. Nothing makes sense anymore. I don't know if there's anything else to say about that. Just saying nothing makes sense anymore. So, system happens to have a recurrence time scale under the century, but most of them have cycle times longer than 1,000 years or so. I still, like I said, I'm not buying any of it anymore, especially when you tell me that we're going to see the explosion at its brightest within 24 hours, but it's 300 million light years away. your math is crap. It should be, hey, there's an explosion in the beta reticuli, you know, and it happened today. We should see it in the year 2847. After that light travels through the expanse of space to reach your puny, stupid eyes, human being. NASA does it again, you know? Anyway, cosmic explosion. It will be visible to the naked eye within 24 hours, people. Within 24 hours. Megan Fox confirms her engagement to Machine Gun Kelly is off. I thought they were soulmates and she was like drinking his blood, vampire style. What happened there? Jeez, what is she wearing and who the freaking heck? What is this? Is that a leopard? Should she have a leopard tattooed on the side of her, or like, I don't know. And then there's one here too by the boobaroo. You know, she's got another tattoo there right by the boob. I don't know. She's looking a little odd these days. She used to be a very pretty lady, you know? But what's this nose? And again, with the stupid lips. These people doing the dumb lips. Like, what are we talking about? It doesn't look good when you go out there like this. You didn't have any work done, I can tell. You know? It's like my favorite. You see it. Like, hey, what's going on, guys? No, I don't have any work done. Like, what are we talking about here? Megan Fox. Foxy. It used to be Foxy Lady. Now it's like, you know? I don't know. She's also got those nails on. Like, what is that? That's like you stab and she's trying to poke for some blood. She wants to get a little blood out of Machine Gun while she's out on the road. Machine Gun, come here. What's that, babe? Let me just slice your throat a little. I'm feeling hungry. You know how we do it, vampires and all. Megan Fox. Megan Fox is pulling back the curtain on the too hot and too cold relationship with Machine Gun Kelly. Fox's romance with MGK has been the subject of much speculation, you know, drinking the blood and all, you know. And the fact that she said that she birthed him. She basically like, let's read it, something stupid. She said something dumb, like she dreamed about him and like, I made him a thing. Okay, you did, dummy. And now it's not working out? How does that happen? Right? What I've learned about being in a relationship is that it's not for public consumption, like the blood, you know, when I did that with Machine Gun. So I think as of now, I don't have a comment on the status of the relationship per se, Fox said, conceding that she still thinks of Kelly as her twin soul. It's my twin soul, but I just can't be with him anymore. Like, I just don't ever want to see him again. But still, like my twin soul. Like when I do, if I happen to run into him, I'll be like, oh, look, there's my twin soul, you know? But I don't want to see him ever again. It's like the one twin soul where it's like Cain and Abel, like, I hate my twin. I cannot say for sure what the capacity will be, but I will always be connected to him somehow, but through the blood. You know, he drank my blood, I drank his blood. We're now vampires together, even though we're not going to ever be together again. I can't stand him now, you know. But he's my twin soul. Fox and Kelly first went public as a couple in 2020 after meeting technically for the second time. The first time it was when she dreamt about him. And she's like, I'm making him. I made a guy named Machine Gun Kelly. I looked into his eyes and I was like, oh yeah, it's you. I've known for 1,000 years. Again, vampire. Guys, Megan Fox is a vampire. We're pretty sure at this point. Fox announced that they were engaged and had celebrated the occasion by drinking each other's blood. That's what vampires do, guys. We know it. A gesture that drew much criticism. What is so gross about that? Yeah, I did it with my soulmate, you know, twin soul, the one that I don't ever want to see again. It's still my twin soul. The actor half joked to Cooper, likening the exchange to an innocent blood pact between school children. You know, like when you're kids, you're like, cut it, let's do this. You're like blood brothers forever. We just drink each other's blood. It's the same thing. Machine Gun Kelly style. Instead, the public read it as an evidence to support her the ongoing theories that Fox is an association with the occult. Just to squash that, I'm not a Satanist or any kind of that. Like, evil witch, light worker, she said, adding that she's become well practiced at avoiding unwanted identities the public thrusts upon her. You could swap the articles from this year with 2009 and 2010, and it's the same exact thing. Adding that the insults that used to appear on gossip sites like Perez Hilton's slut, whore, fake, now populates social media. Fox said that she had especially scrutinized for allegedly undergoing a laundry list of body-altering procedures, which she did. In an interest of transparency and reducing the shame women feel for having such procedures, she inventoried for Cooper the procedures she has and hasn't done. Let's listen to what Megan Fox felt she needed to do to change what was pretty much great. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why people think they need to change. You know, every single thing about you is what makes you so unique. Except now she's just like plastic and doesn't look good at all. Like, I'm just not trying to be a jerk, but you know what I mean? Like, that ain't right. It ain't right. The nose now, it's like sculpted nose and like the weird thing with the lips. I don't like it, Megan Fox. Go back to you. Let's look at Megan Fox pre-stupid work and then after the dumb work she did. And let's just look side by side it. I mean, how old is she? It's not like she's 96 and she's like, I gotta do this, guys. Look, I didn't have any work done. You know? She is a normal, like, younger woman. This is like a normal aged woman. How old is her? Is Fox these days? Look at her. You're telling me that is like right? Look at the nose. Like, there's something weird about it now. And then the dumb lips and then the cheekbones and like her eyes. She had her eyes done. Like, who says, guys, I want to do my eyes. Like, I want you to mess up my eyes more so I can't see. She's like walking around into walls. Megan Fox. She got the boobs done too. I don't know if she needed them, but I mean, right? And you basically see everything except for the nipperoo. Guys, you got to head over to YouTube, X, or Rumble, and you can see this. Just type in MarkinsPires. Or right in my link, you could hit MarkinsPires YouTube and be there in a second. And I'll be on with you. I don't know if anybody's on with me. I have no idea. Helen Gale, Trish Killian, and Kill It and Grill It are here. So that we have that going for us. If you guys want to join us over there, it's always a lot of fun when we get some people on. Right, Jen? So 1,908 days in a row, it would be nice to actually do that, you know? Especially when you're talking about Megan Fox and her banging bod. I'm sorry. I'm just not. I'm not Machine Gun Kelly, I guess. You know, blood oath. You know, let's see if we can drink some blood. D, she's into drinking blood. Barbies, right? Fox and Kelly, blood drinkers. On the have list were 3 breast augmentations. I'm gonna have my breasts done. What? They're not good? You don't like them? I thought I did a pretty good job. All right, hold on a second. Hi, Barry, it's Megan Fox again. Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, no, I'm resting, but I'm getting feedback that they're just not good enough. Yeah, no, book me again. I don't want to recoup first. Like, can we just get it done? Like, I want it to look right. Yeah, no, I'll be there next Thursday. Comes back next Friday. What do you think, Machine Gun? You couldn't go bigger? What the F? Slap, slap. Blood brother, you know, they're doing it. Twin souls. She goes back for time number 3. Barry? Yeah, it's Megan Fox. Yeah, no, Machine Gun and I had it out. He wants them bigger. Time number 3, they're finally right. Right? Oh, goodness, you're kicking them like beach balls down the freaking beach. You know, you're there and all of a sudden she's flying through there. You're like, what the hell is Megan Fox doing flying through there? Someone kicked her like a beach ball. They're like, oh, look, there's a beach ball in the sand. Bang, biggity boo. She's flying through the air with the stupid nails. She's going to try to get someone's blood. You know that, vampire. You know, Megan Fox the vampire. Guys, you want to see this. Trust me. X, YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, D-Live, Facebook even, if you like Mark Zuckerchooch. That's on you. You can go there. Just type in MarkinsPires. I'm everywhere, and no one knows it. How freaking awesome is that? Right? Guys, Megan Fox with this stupid boob work. And guys, I'm not saying, like, if you're out there and like, I got my boobs done 9 times. Good for you. You should have kind of tried to do it the first time right, if you're going to do it. You know, 3 times though? Let's see what else she did. Rhinoplasty. I couldn't tell, Megan. I told you, what was wrong with her nose? Her nose was fine. Now she did this stupid nose. That looks bad. I'm trolling the hell out of her today. This is a dumb nose. Okay, we're still going here. Botox and filler. You think? Dumb lips. She's walking around like, I'm trying to figure out what you're saying. I can't hear you, Megan, because her mouth can't open anymore. There's so much Botox in the lips. She's having trouble breathing, you know, only through the nose, but then she did the rhinoplasty, so now she can't breathe through that. So she's... It's a tough time for Megan Fox right now. But she's looking hot, guys, with that bod and the triple augmented breasts. What else did she have done? God almighty, this is just mental. This show is mental. This is comedy news. We don't do politics. We just find news stories. And we make comedy out of this, the lips. That's just dumb. And the stupid nose. I'm telling you, she did something to her eyes as well. You're going to see, yeah, she said she wanted to be Chinese. Right? I mean, what happened here? Everything about her, she's a different person. I told you, lateral brow lift. She had a lateral brow lift. I think that's when you go and you're like, can you just make me so I can't see? And I run into walls. Regular brow lift. Facelift. She had a freaking facelift. Oh, no, I'm so... That is the have-not list. So she's saying she hasn't had a facelift, a lateral brow lift, a regular brow lift, a thread lift, a buccal fat removal, liposuction, body contouring, and a Brazilian butt lift. The have not list included. But I'm telling you, in the terms of surgery, it's not that much, Fox said, calling her fear of general anesthesia as disincentivizing saving grace. She's saying she would go and do a Joan Rivers. She's going to do a Joan Rivers. I'm guaranteeing it. Guys, we all know that she's a tranny, right? She's coming out. A couple weeks later, she's gone. Oh, goodness. If it's about embracing what's natural, she added, pointing to the ubiquity of gel nails and dyed hair, where does that logic stop? Well, you were with Machine Gun Kelly. Again, that dude, he's looking a little odd with all the freaking rings coming off his face, and he's got that hairdo, and he looks like he's 3 pounds soaking wet, right? And he's a terrible rapper. I don't know. I'm not into that. You know, like he tried to go after Eminem. Are you kidding me? Eminem? That guy can rap. That guy's ridiculous. He's probably one of the greatest rappers of all time. And you got Machine Gun Kelly. He's like, I'm gonna go after Eminem. I'm a good rapper because I took another crapper. And then I didn't marry her. I did a blood oath with Megan Fox because she really rocks. Oh, wow, that's going platinum, Machine Gun Kelly. You know, his hits are like that. They're that bad. You went to the earth because you know we're giving birth. Oh, gosh, really, Machine Gun? You went with the real hardcore stuff on that one. Machine Gun Kelly. He uses like a water machine gun. You know, it's the one that just makes that really little sound on the window when you're spraying it. Machine Gun Water Gun. Machine Water Gun Kelly. You know, gee, guys, I'm really hard. Yeah. I'm playing the race card. Guys, did you get that one? I'm Machine Gun Kelly. I did it. The worst. The worst. I don't even have a picture of him. Do we have a picture of that goofball? Hold on. Oh, there he is. Look at that guy. Look at that guy. That's the Crypt Keeper. Tales from the Crypt. Guys, there's the star. Right there. He's got his hand around the neck of this vampire looking. What the happened to her face? Right, Kathy? What happened to Megan Fox's face? That ain't right. There's something wrong. Nose, and then she's got the eye thing going on again. I'm telling you, she went to China to have that weird surgery done. I don't want to be an American anymore. The lips. But the Machine Gun Kelly, he's looking good there. He's looking good in the sequins. Goofball, right? I'm just saying, guys, sometimes when you're doing it, if there's an Elgato, I'll be really pissed. Danik, right? What are we talking about? Like, I can't. Helen. Guys, we make comedy out of anything really, but it does really go back to trolling how people look and the stupid things they wear and the dumb modifications they do to themselves. You know, like this guy, you know, he got rid of his dong or something, you know, it's like on his ass. There's something weird going on with this guy, you know, like he's a hermaphrodite or so, he's got a double-decker thing going on, and that's why she's really into him, because she also likes girls, so she's like, I got both with him. Because, you know, he looks like he's like Ellen as well. You're like, is Ellen coming back to do a show? No, I'm sorry, that's Machine Gun Kelly. He's starting a show. Oh, I thought it was the Ellen show. No, it's the vampire formerly known as Machine Gun Kelly, you know. Guys, my name is Machine Gun Kelly because you know I got a full belly. It's a hit. Yeah, Machine Gun, keep going. That's a good one. I'll get the music together for... Yo, my name is Machine Gun Kelly, got a full belly. Yo, you know I got a jelly sandwich in the background. Guys, platinum. Right? You guys are all going to buy it. The Machine Gun Kelly just dropped. Oh, which one is it? The jelly sandwich? Is he doing jelly sandwich? Just came out. I put the peanut butter on the left side. I put the jelly on the right side. Put it together. Say why? I don't know, because I got Megan Fox and she looks like a motherfucking vampire, right? With the stupid face. Now, platinum, double digits. They're, you know, they gave me the thing from the AICAA, whatever it is, and it's the plaque on the wall. I went super platinum on that one. For the jelly sandwich, Megan Fox song. Megan Fox doing TikTok, shut your body rocks. It used to rock, but it looks like crap now. What? I'm just saying, she did a lot of work, guys. You know, 3 augmentations on the boobs. Yep, what you gonna do? I don't know. Megan Kelly gonna do Megan Kelly. Megan Fox. Yep, I'm gonna marry her. Nope, she's my twin soul, but you know I gotta get rid of that hoe. Guys, we're gonna do it. Let me put that one down. Just tell me, hold on. Tell me when I'm ready to go. Ready? Give it to me. I want to count off. Ready? Yo, my name Machine Gun Kelly. Yo, you gotta get the Kelly. You're saying that I'm hanging out with Nelly. What? No, just throw something in the middle and make it sound like I said something, or just like, I don't know, distort my voice so it's like Nelly, and then you just have Nelly come out. Yeah, do that one. Okay, back in. Come on, count it in. I'm down on the streets. I'm hard as can be. My name is Machine Gun Kelly, and I don't know what I'm saying. It's the first time you did it right. You know, when you realized you don't know what you're saying, Machine Gun Kelly. So guys, he's been drinking blood, looking like Ellen. You know, coming back to do a show. You're gonna want to see this, guys. You got to be on Yahoo. Yahoo? That's where our stupid news story is. YouTube, X, Rumble, link in bio. You could do a subscribe while you're there. Turn on notifications. This show's live twice a day at 9 a.m. and after 9 p.m. We do the comedy news. We play music live in the moment. I create songs at 432 hertz, which I believe is a healing frequency. It is called the solfeggio. This goofball's not using the 432 healing frequency. He's using the 666 hertz. You know, drinking blood, freaking Megan Fox's face. Have you seen that? That ain't right, guys. She's looking like Wednesday from the Addams Family all of a sudden. And he's got the creepy fingernails on. You're a dude. Oh, what? He said 2024. Okay, sorry, Machine Gun Kelly. I didn't realize 2024 allowed you to wear stupid long fingernails that look like you're some sort of weird vampire. You know, it's times like this. It's times like this that you wonder, how do I get in? How do I become part of the vampire crew? Just hanging out with Machine Gun Kelly, you know? Ellen. Sometimes, you know, it's one or the other. Not sure who it's going to be when he shows up. Is it Ellen today? Because, you know, Ellen comes out there and she, instead of rapping, the music comes on and they're like 3, 2, 1, and instead Machine starts doing this. He starts dancing. They're like, he came in as Ellen today. He's not in Machine Gun Kelly mode. He's in Ellen mode. Oh, goodness. You know, sometimes the comedy is aplenty here on the MarkinsPires show. After a handcuffed ride in the back of a police van, a man was paralyzed and needed his legs amputated. What in the freaking hell? This bothers me. And I want to see. It's a black man. You know it's a black man. It's not a black man. What the fucking hell? Guys, is that why no one's protesting? Is that why no one's talking about it except for this one news story? Albuquerque News is talking about it, but nobody else, because it's just like whatever, just a regular dude. Apparently like a Mexican man, Alejandro Sanchez Mayan. He has his legs amputated now, and you guys aren't even talking about it because he wasn't black. You guys know that's what it's like, right? It's like, if it's a black person, it's all over the news. If it's a white person, if it's a Mexican person, to anybody else, they're like, who gives a shit? Who cares? There's just a guy. It's mental. Every life matters. And I know that's going to probably get me in trouble. I'm just saying, like, this guy, him being arrested and being tortured or whatever, or being left in a car long enough where he lost feeling in his legs, or we're going to read what happened here, having his legs amputated, that is a massive civil rights failure. And I mean, who knows what happened here? Let's see. Thomas Scalero, Sanchez Mayan's attorney, and his client said some prior arrests for things like loitering and trespassing, and said he's homeless. Alcohol has been an issue throughout his life, but it's never resulted in any violence. After being handcuffed, Sanchez Mayan was placed in the back of the van where there were no seatbelts. According to the suit, the video from the inside the truck, Thacker allegedly drove in a reckless manner at an unsafe rate of speed before he suddenly came to a harsh stop, alleged red light, and the suit states the hard stop caused Sanchez Mayan to be thrown forward and his head struck a metal partition. Oh my goodness. The van surveillance does not capture the entire ride. According to this lawsuit, Thacker initially did not have the van camera enabled, but he turned the camera on after he heard a loud crash in the back. Scalera told that CNN the video technology in these cameras records 30 seconds prior to being enabled. Oh, we have to watch this. Can we see this? I think I saw this actually online. This poor guy. Let's put him in on YouTube and see if we can find it. Oh, Heriberto. He's got a long name. Heriberto Alejandro Sanchez Mayan. We're going to go over here and see what we can find. Can we get just a YouTube channel here? Straight up. Let's go over here. There we go. I want to see if this video pops up. Here it is. I love doing stuff like this, where all of a
Get
sudden we're
matched
like
with a
looking at
local
story.
tax expert and hand off your taxes with TurboTax Live Full Service. Plus,
Legs amputated? Let's see what this guy does.
Come around.
Roberto, wake up.
21st Street. Yeah, they come up. I can go around.
Wake up.
He's got blood on there. You see the blood?
Roberto,
This is blood right here.
wake up.
There's blood.
Roberto.
Coffee on it or something. She's grabbing and yanking him out. That dude's out.
Hey, come over here and help me.
That dude is out. Wow. Let's see. I want to see him as they drag him out. How do they get him out?
Come on. Roberto. Roberto. Wake up.
He's not sleeping, you chooch.
Roberto. Roberto, wake up.
Did you just drop on the
Wake up.
ground?
Wake up. Wake up.
Wake up, motherfucker! Right? You can see him doing
Go
it.
get the nurse. Go there. Roberto.
Yeah, I think this is no good for this guy. He is a case for sure.
You got a pulse, you got 4 milligrams of Narcan on board, you got a...
I mean, you have to take care of, you got to take care of whoever you have in custody. You got something like that happen? That's just insane right there. This poor guy. Let's see, we just saw that part. This left him a quadriplegic. Oh my goodness. Guys, what happened there, they arrested this homeless man. And that accident you just saw made him a quadriplegic, paralyzed in all of his limbs. Amputation in both of his legs above the knee. And then the lawsuit states that he shouldn't have been arrested in the first place, noting that criminal trespassing charge was later dismissed by the county court. Oh, Thacker is accused of excessive force and intentional battery. Gaddis is accused of false arrest and malicious prosecution, and the city is accused of negligent supervision and training, among other counts. I hope they freaking sue the hell out of this. I don't like lawsuits, but this is bad. This guy, who's going to take care of his quadriplegic the rest of his life? He can't even walk around ever again. He can't do anything. He's literally just a head moving around on a freaking sack of meat. These people. This is why I have a major issue with this. Like, why aren't more people talking about this? Why isn't this all over the news? You can guarantee, again, if his name wasn't Hiliberto, you'd be hearing about it. Pretty messed up. Oh, sad story. Let's end on something positive here, you know? A busy colon cancer doctor shares 3 simple things he does to prevent the disease that's killing more young people. Let's go over this quickly because I can't get into this stuff. This is where they get me in trouble, but I'll just quickly say colon cancer is on the rise. Is now leading, okay, let's just get into the 3 things because I don't want to say much here. Last time that happened, they pulled down a piece of content. There's strong association between diet high in red meat products such as beef, liver, pork, and deli meats and colon cancer. So, cooking meats at high temperatures or in direct contact with a flame or hot surface like barbecuing also appears to increase risk because it produces more carcinogenic chemicals. Although he loves the taste of burgers and liver, for around 4 years, Schusterman decided to cut back for his health. He now rarely buys red meat and only eats it on special occasions. It's a lot harder to go out and work out 4 times a week, so cut back on red meat consumption in a lot of ways. Eating more tree nuts, cashews, almonds, macadamia nuts, hazelnuts. They may reduce the risk of developing colon cancer. So vitamin D, regular dose of 1,000 to 2,000 international units is what he suggests for you to keep your body safe. Okay, there's some evidence healthy vitamin D levels have a lower chance of getting colon cancer. So make sure you're at least taking vitamin D. You're at least eating some sort of tree nuts, pine nuts. I stopped, but I was eating apricot seeds for a little while, just like 3 a day. And then I had one that was tasted like freaking cyanide. And I was like, yeah, I think I don't want it anymore. But I think that's probably meant it was a good one. This is what looks like an apricot seed right there. It looks exactly like one. Anyway, so that guy's doing it. Oh my goodness. King Charles given 2 years to live as he battles pancreatic cancer. Wow. His diagnosis is an open secret. Less than 2 months after Buckingham Palace confirmed King Charles III was diagnosed with cancer, sources exclusively revealed that the king is battling pancreatic cancer and has been given 2 years to live. Guys, I just want you to know something. That's like super optimistic and conservative. Like, it's definitely not that much time. Pancreatic cancer just gets through people really, really quickly. Let's see. For example, median age for diagnosis is 70. The median age for death for pancreatitis is 72. However, many treatments can prove. I want to see. Let's see. It says 5 years, so he may be far along. I just thought that it happened a lot quicker. Can we find specifically? I was hoping to find that. I don't see it here. Why wouldn't they just say, like, usually right at the top it gives you like an answer. Oh, well, the lifetime expectancy is, and this is like, I got to go and look up on websites to find it. This is what they make it impossible to find information you need when you really want it. When it comes to stuff like this. And you know why. Mental. Look at this. This is mental. No one has anything on it. All right, let's see what this says. The 5-year relative pancreatic cancer survival rate in the U.S. is 12.5%. So 5 years, 12.5% of people are actually still alive. That's not bad. I thought it was much quicker than that. All right, so I guess survival rate, this is based on all cancer, I guess? Is chemotherapy worth it? I don't want to talk about any of this crap, all right? So bottom line, guys, the king is given 2 years to live. So we have King William next with Kate. I hear there's some trouble in the royal boudoir. You know? Did you guys hear about that? Like, I mean, what's going on with Kate? We did a story on her the other day. That's not Kate. That wasn't him either. I guess still have to get to that piece and drop it for you guys. It wasn't either of them. We diagnosed it. We detected it. We went through it Sherlock Holmes style. I'll get it out for you. Guys, do you know that I have a premiere in 16 minutes for the James Bond comedy? You're going to want to see this one. It's one of the funniest bits. They're all funny. I think I'm going to make a movie of just my best comedy news stories. I was thinking about that. Like, they're so good. They should be together and not just one. I think this one, even at the very end, I start into the next one, just so you know, like, guys, these are continual and make sure you come back. This one here, it freaking makes me cry when I have that Sam Smith reference. When you see the Sam Smith reference, think of me. Think of this moment right here. I'd be like, oh my goodness, yeah, I remember when Mark mentioned the Sam Smith moment. That was a good time, guys. Joanne, you took me off the screen. I'm here. I'm trying to do it. Oh. You know, Joanne, people are here to get the show. Not the wheeze. Trish said, my friend was given the same diagnosis and he was gone in 5 months. That's what I was going to say. My fear is that these things move much quicker, especially when it comes to pancreas. My father, when he was 63, he went to have tests done, and they 5 different doctors looked at his scans. No one saw this thing, and this one woman comes in and she's looking through the charts and she sees this little dot. She goes, "What's this?" So now all of a sudden they're with microscopes. They're looking in at this thing. It's in the pancreas, and this is little white little thing. And so they find out that it's actually a cyst of some sort. And I guess they did a biopsy, which I've always heard that's the thing you don't want to do is biopsy something, because then you just open it up to spread. And so anyway, they did a biopsy, and they said, we're going to keep an eye on this. We think it's okay, but we'll keep an eye on it. So like 6 months later, they go and they check, and it's like doubled in size. So they went in, they cut out half his pancreas, and they cut out his spleen, the full spleen. It's the only way you can do it. You have to cut the spleen out to get to the pancreas. The reason why pancreatic cancer is so scary and why so many people die, below so many other things, like it's so hard to get to. So when you know you have that's affected, it's like, how do you get to the pancreas? Well, you got to go through this, you got to go through that, you got to move the spleen, you got to get rid of the spleen. And so my father has no spleen, half a pancreas, but they got rid of the tail of the pancreas, which is where the cyst was. They did research on it later, and they said that was cancer, and we got it out before it spread through the pancreas and then into your body. And so my dad was one of the few people in the world that survived pancreatic cancer. But, and this is the weird thing, so he's at the hospital now he's got prostate cancer. So it's like, it's from one thing to another, 7 years to 5 years later. And so now prostate cancer is now turned into bone cancer. So I could use prayers for him, please. And he's there in the hospital with bone cancer, but now they're doing biopsies on the cancer cells, and they're like, well, that's weird, because we see the prostate cancer, but there's also like a mix. We're seeing a little bit of the pancreatic cancer, which we got rid of, and it didn't come back, so what's that about? And it's like, what is going on? There's so much weird stuff within the human body, so much stuff that doesn't make sense to me. Did you get rid of it, or was it still in the body just kind of moving around and didn't reactivate until now? I don't know. But it's all scary stuff, and I don't know what the answer is. I really wish there was something more beneficial than going in and putting in poison in order to get rid of this thing. But that's basically what they tell you have to do at this point. And they make a ton of money when they do it. Try to tell them, like, you guys know, every time you say, I'm going to do this thing, I'm going to put the in my body, they're getting hands over fists. That's where the doctors make their money, is on that treatment that doesn't work. It makes people die. And so anyway, it's sad. It's very sad that we live in a world where they won't allow true treatments to be found. And if they are there, they just get rid of them. Crazy, right? Anyway, I would say, see, it's so sad to hear, Helen. So sad to hear that. So I will see you guys in the chat. 10 minutes, James Bond. The new James Bond has been cast. Will he be as good as the old James Bonds? But it's funny as hell. I'm going to make sure I give this, throw this up in the community chat as well, so you guys know about it. I'll do that right now. Oh, if you haven't yet, please leave a comment. Looks like Bradley left a comment already. My brother. And let's just put this up. James Bond. I'll do this after. Anyway, fam and friends, please do me a favor. Come back later. I got multiple pieces of comedy that are premiering today, and then we're live again tonight for cover song night and some more comedy. Danik, Trish, thank you so much for sending the love to my dad. His name is Manny. If you guys do want to send a prayer in his direction, Manny Pires, you can use it. And let me see who's on with us. Danik, Helen Gale Townsend, Trish Killian. If anybody else is out there doing a lurkaroo, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I got Jen Lynn over here, and Teresa Gradolf, and Jen Lynn again. You guys are awesome. Thank you for being here. Hit the link in my bio and join us. That's where it gets crazy every day. So until later today, or actually no, 10 minutes from now, I'll see you in the chat. TikTok, you guys can head over to the YouTube channel. You're going to want to see this comedy. I'll see you later. Joanne, keep the wheeze down back there, please. You got to go away. Friday, come. Friday, go.